Namaskar and welcome to Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. I'm Kala Shankar. Today is Republic Day in India. Republic Day commemorates the date on which the Constitution of India became the governing document of India on January 26, 1950. This day is celebrated annually as a national festival and is a great source of pride for Indians and Indian history. Now, for the news headlines for today, January 26th. We have reports on the 30th commemoration of the Kashmiri Pandit Genocide, the Women's March in New York, Indian Americans' comments on the Indian government's Citizenship Amendment Bill, audience reviews of the movie Tanhaji, the Unsung Warrior, and the Hello Panda festival that is currently going on in Queens. We will return with more details on these headlines right after the break. Kashmiri Pandits used to compose 99% of the total Hindu population living in the Muslim-majority area of the Kashmiri Valley. Since the end of 1989, however, 350,000 Kashmiri Brahmins, composing a peace-loving, culturally rich community with a history of over 5,000 years, were forced out of the valley by Pakistani-trained Muslim terrorists. They had been forced to decide between converting to Islam, leave the land, or die. With the genocide of Kashmiri Pandits, Muslim terrorists had succeeded in ethnic cleansing. Last Sunday, Indian Americans for Kashmir and the global Kashmiri Pandit diaspora held a 30th commemoration of the Kashmiri Pandit genocide at TV Asia in Edison. Speakers included politicians and leaders from the Jewish, Christian, and Indian communities. Here's the report.
We are here to remember the tragic fate of Kashmiri Pandits today. And today is the 30th year of genocide, which resulted not only in the deaths, but the destruction of the culture, mass exodus of the people from their own country, own homeland, to their own country as a refugee. I'm truly saddened that a tragedy of this magnitude went so unreported and so uncovered right up to this day. Truth and tragedy both suffer in this process. Both needed to be known to all Indian Americans, all Indians all over the world, and all other people of the world. I'm sure in today's world, this tragedy would not have been remained hidden. I will do what I can continue to do to educate the world and the Indian Americans about this tragedy throughout my media entities, both TVs, newsprint, and digital media. And because of Kashmiri Overseas Association, whose members were descended in hundreds in last October in Washington, D.C., and because the Hindu American Foundation, which is also doing great job for taking the plight of the Hindus, including the Kashmiris Hindu, to the whole of the Congress. One of the results of this, in California, Democratic Party amended its platform to add Hindu Kashmiri Pandit as a refugee right to return to their homeland. We must renew our effort to get them justice for the lives lost and the land that was taken away from them. Now, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, we know that 370 is gone, and we have hope and light at the end of the tunnel. We need to redouble our effort and support the Kashmiri Pandit wish for their land. We must spread awareness in the United States about the cause of the Kashmiri Hindus. The media, as well as the Indian American in general, must help to reach out to the elected leaders of the government in greater number, to the congressmen and senators, because they are the ones who are the mover and shaker on this kind of issue. And I personally will do whatever I can through my media, through newspaper, through the digital media, as well as TV, as well as personally, to promote cause of the Hindi Kashmir or Kashmiri Hindus. So let's, God bless Kashmiri Hindus, God bless America, God bless India, and let's join this crusade to help the Kashmiri Hindus. Thank you.
Hi, this is Renee Lim with Voice for India. So I'm here at TV Asia for the 30th Kashmiri Pandit Genocide, and it was such a wonderful event. Everybody was coming together to show their love and compassion to what happened in 1990 with the horrific genocide. And I wanted to make it clear that Governor Murphy said a very harsh facts about Narendra Modi ji and India, and he was saying that the Citizen Amendment Act is very intolerant and restrictive, and he needs to abandon his Citizen Amendment Act. So I'm in the process now of gathering people to go to the governor's office and share the facts, because that's not the facts at all which he had stated. The facts were for minorities, Christian, Hindus, Buddhists, Parsis, who are in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. It wasn't for Muslims who are already majority there. So he was misled on a lot of his information. So I'm gathering a group to go there to the governor's office with the facts and asking him to give apology to Narendra Modi ji, India, and the Indian community for that harsh, incorrect statement that he had made against India.
Yeah, my name is Lav Verma, and with me is my wife Asha Verma, and we were invited to this event by one of my friends, Mr. Ram Sachdev, and he's a part of the organization Indians for Kashmir. I think this was an eye-opening event. It brought many of us together because there are so many things that happen to us, so many things that happen to Kashmir and Kashmiri Pandits that nobody has talked about. And there are many things that we have heard for the first time, and people have not bothered to act on that. And I think this is a great platform for everyone to attend and do something. As Mr. Anupam Kher, the director, said that, you don't have to, Kashmir doesn't need your donation. You invest in Kashmir and bring it up to date with any other state of India. And I think this event has been very nicely organized. I thank all the organizers. And hopefully we'll have more events and there'll be more people. And genocide that happened to Kashmiri Pandits will not happen to anybody else, not only in India, but anywhere in the world. Because it's bad, it's wrong, and we have to fight.
Today's event was excellent. This was an opportunity for the Indian American community to come together and learn about the Kashmiri Pandit genocide that happened 30 years ago. And a lot of our community doesn't know what happened, why this is important. So today's event was commemorating those sad days where the Kashmiri Hindus were thrown out of the valley. And we had some very important guests like Anupam Kher ji, who is a well-known Bollywood celebrity, but also at the same time, he's a Kashmiri Pandit. So he came over, and many others from the prominent members from the Indian American community came over to talk about the Kashmiri Pandit genocide. So I'm glad to be here, be part of the organization committee, and just being part of the contributors here.
It is important to stand up for your right. हम सबकी पहचान हमारा देश है, और हमारा देश तभी ताकतवर होगा जब हमारे देश के नागरिक हमारे देश की ताकत को और ताकतवर करने की कोशिश करेंगे। आप लोग यहाँ एकत्रित हुए, अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, बहुत खुशी की बात है कि आप लोग एकत्रित हुए। आपने उन तमाम कश्मीरी पंडितों के साथ अपना व्यक्तित्व जाहिर किया, अपनी ताकत दिखाई आपने, बहुत अच्छी बात है। लेकिन ये अपने साथ भी आपने ताकत दिखाई है। इट इज नॉट ओनली फॉर कश्मीरी पंडित्स। 24 लोगों को जिंदा मार दिया गया था वहां पर, 2 साल के बच्चे थे। मेरे मामा ने पूरी जिंदगी अपनी पूंजी कमा के अपना घर बनाया। बड़ी मुश्किल से एक घर बनाया था। जब घर तैयार हो गया तब ये मिलिटेंसी शुरू हो गई, तो उनको खत आया कि आप ये घर छोड़ के चले जाइए। तो मेरी मामी जो थी उसने कहा कि 30 साल हमने अपने पैसे इकट्ठे किए हैं, मैं ये घर छोड़ के नहीं जाऊंगी। जब 6 महीने तक उन्होंने घर नहीं छोड़ा तो एक दिन उनके पड़ोसी का सर कटा हुआ उनके आंगन में पड़ा था। उसी रात को वो लोग एक फिएट कार में जितना भी सामान डाल सकते थे वो डाल के वो सारा घर छोड़कर चले गए। मैं मामी का मानसिक संतुलन अभी तक बिगड़ा हुआ है। मैं जिस घर में मेरे दादा रहते थे, उनका जो 4th फ्लोर पे उनका जो कमरा था जिसमें वो गीता रखते थे, रामायण रखते थे, महाभारत की किताबें रखते थे, भगवानों की तस्वीरें होती थी, मैं उस घर में जाता था और मुझे बहुत सुख शांति का एहसास होता था। जब ये सब मिलिटेंसी शुरू हो गई और ये सब घर छोड़कर चले गए तो उस घर में उस फ्लोर पर कुछ नहीं था, सिर्फ खुशबू थी अगरबत्ती की और कुछ नहीं था। मैंने बहुत सारे ऐसे घर जाके देखे जहां पर एक्टर्स की तस्वीरें पड़ी थी। आप 2 दिन अपने घर से बाहर रहते हैं, यू फील लाइक गोइंग बैक टू योर हाउस। आप होटल में 5-star होटल में इफ यू आर मेड टू स्टे फॉर 6 months, you feel like every luxury is there, but you feel like going back to your home. So it's important for you to think and then act. मेरी आपसे बस इतनी गुजारिश है। बहुत बहुत नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
Today we are commemorating the 30th year of the disaster that hit Jammu, Kashmir and Ladakh region, especially Kashmir, where more than 300,000 Kashmiri Pandits had to leave because of genocide that was committed there. One of the most redeeming and most of the outstanding features of this entire thing is, which strikes me very hard, is that despite being brutalized, despite being tortured, killed, raped, there was not one single instance in which any Kashmiri Pandit resorted to violence against the perpetrators of this crime. This is truly an outstanding element of the peace-loving people of Kashmir that we have never known. Give them a big hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you all to join with this dream where we all Indians, irrespective of religion, state of origin, wake up and unite and focus on the activities which benefit our country, which benefit our country's interest. Kashmiris, West Bengalis, Gujaratis, Keralites, and every one of those Indians who are here. Let us not waste our energy and resources on futile functions. Resolve our differences and egos and unite and work on bigger goal based on truth, solidarity, and patriotism. Thank you.
This has been an educational experience for me. I consider myself to be a very well-informed individual. Not only what's happening in the U.S., but throughout the world. This is the first I have heard of the Kashmir Pandit genocide. It is one of the worst genocides I have ever heard of. 500,000 people displaced, thousands killed, and basically because of their religion. We see so much of that going on today. Here in the U.S., throughout the world and so on, people learn to live together and respect one another, respect their religions. As I say, I am greatly disturbed by what I've heard today about what transpired in Kashmir. I think that the steps taken by the Prime Minister Modi are steps in the right direction to get things straightened out. Work together to protect everybody together and advance all of our friends and neighbors. And what you're doing today, I think, is very important in that regard. I thank you very much.
So what really happened? What happened was, for the last 700, 800 years, the Islamic rule converted the original inhabitants, which were Hindus and used to speak Sanskrit, over to Islamic religion, and whoever did not convert was killed. For example, some of you may have heard Aurangzeb. He would not have dinner until he was given the Yagnopavits of hundreds of Kashmiri Hindus that had to be blood stained. That means hundreds of Hindus were killed that day, and only that day Aurangzeb would have dinner. Anyway, so basically what has happened is that the Hindus of Kashmir have been converted to Islamic religion, and then the ones that did not want to be converted to Islam had to go through many exoduses, and the last one was in 1990.
Thank you, ITV, for being here tonight to cover this program where there is a lot of awareness that has been created for what happened 30 years ago to the Kashmiri Pandits in Kashmir when there was genocide and mass exodus of the Pandits who had to leave their house or get killed or get converted into Muslims. Right now, after the abrogation of 370 and 35A, the change has come. Modi ji has taken this bold step to change Kashmir and make it into a new Kashmir. I would truly hope that going forward and in the future, Kashmir resettles, Pandits resettle, and there is so much growth and prosperity in the land of Kashmir that we are all very proud to have Kashmir at the top of India. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच और इस इवेंट में हमें बुलाने के लिए जैसे कि 30वां आज कश्मीरी पंडित का जो जेनोसाइड हुआ है कश्मीर में 1919 में आज से बिल्कुल 30 साल पहले से हम इस इवेंट में आए, सबकी बातें सुनी और बहुत अच्छा लगा। इसी तरह दुनिया को बताना चाहते हैं कि जिस तरह आज से 30 साल पहले जो कश्मीर में पंडितों के साथ हुआ है उससे ज़्यादा जुल्म बलूचिस्तान में बलूचों के साथ हो रहा है। बलूच माओं बहनों के साथ हमारे लोग पिछले 72 सालों से गायब हैं, मशक़शुदा लाशें उनकी मिल रही हैं। अगर इस तमाम चीज़ों को रोकने के लिए सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ वाहिद हल ये है कि पाकिस्तान में जितनी भी दहशतगर्दी है और जितना भी दहशतगर्द है सब कुछ बलूचिस्तान में और कश्मीर में और भारत में वाक़ई अमेरिका में जहाँ भी हो रहे हैं, इस चीज़ को रोकने के लिए हमें पाकिस्तान को अंडू करना चाहिए, वापस 1947 की तरह वापस जो पाकिस्तान एक आर्टिफिशियल स्टेट है और एक इसको वी मस्ट अंडू पाकिस्तान बैक।
मेरा नाम शम्स बलोच है। एक्चुअली मसला ये नहीं है कि पाकिस्तान का के जो 90 से है, इस तरह पाकिस्तान का जो जब से पाकिस्तान बना है 1947 में वो अपनी ज़ाती मफादत के लिए मज़हब को यूज़ कर रहा है। उसने न सिर्फ कश्मीरियों पे या कि हिंदूज़ पे हमला नहीं किया उसने, बल्कि अगर देखें तो बांग्लादेश में उसने 30,000 मिलियन के हिसाब से उसने वहाँ मुसलमानों को भी मारा, बलोचों को भी मारा, पश्तूनों को भी मारा। वो मज़हब को जस्ट अपने नेम के लिए यूज़ कर रहा है और मैं कहता हूँ कि पाकिस्तान ही इस्लाम का सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन है।
It's been an overwhelming experience for me personally and as a community. We've seen a lot of Indians and Americans here voicing our concerns, which is very, very touching for me, especially after 30 years that people have started talking about us. It's not about the community anymore. It's about each one of us who have suffered, and now the voice that has joined us is not only the people from India, but the Americans here. And today's experience has been very overwhelming and very heartening as well, because it kind of gives me hope that we are not alone in this battle. We've suffered for 30 years, but now we can have some hope and we can have some positivity going forward.
आज हमने देखा 30 साल कश्मीरी पंडितों के ऊपर जो जेनोसाइड हुआ उसके बारे में बड़े बड़े विद्वान आए, अनुपम खेर जी से लेके बड़े बड़े एमिनेंट स्पीकर्स थे। उनके साथ में हमने जो सिंधी जेनोसाइड हुआ, राम जी ने उनके बारे में कहा कि उनको कैसे खदेड़ के भगा दिया सिंधुस्तान से। हमने ऑल्सो सैम्स बलूच जो आए थे बलूचिस्तान से, उनकी भी हमने स्टोरी सुनी। 72 साल से पाकिस्तान ने बलूचिस्तान पे कब्ज़ा जो किया है और उनको हर रोज़ मार डाल रहे हैं। तो बेसिकली जो पाक फंडेड जो टेररिज्म है, जो वहाबिज़म, ये एक कैंसर है, पूरी दुनिया को इसको ख़तरा है और पूरी दुनिया को एक साथ आके इस कैंसर को ख़त्म करना होगा ताकि जो अमन पसंद जो हमारे मुस्लिम भाई बहन हैं वो भी इससे दूर रहे और सारे मिल बांट के रहे। जो गंगा जमुना तहज़ीब है उसको भी सारे एंजॉय करें। तो मेरे यही सबसे कहावत है कि वी ऑल हैव टू कम टुगेदर। और मोदी जी ने जो आर्टिकल 370 और 35A एब्रोगेट किया है, निकाल दिया है, कश्मीर जाने के लिए ये बड़ा प्रशस्त रास्ता हुआ है। नॉट ओनली कश्मीर, भारत मुल्क के और सभी दुनिया से लोग जाए, कश्मीर में बसे, कश्मीर में इन्वेस्ट करें, ताकि कश्मीर को फिर से एक जन्नत बनाने की जो सपना था वो पूरा हो सके। आई थैंक ITV Gold फॉर कवरिंग दिस इवेंट और भारत माता की जय।
On January 21st, 2017, the Women's March on New York City coordinated a gathering of 750,000 people to demonstrate public support for women's rights. A number of grassroots organizations joined this event under the shared vision that all humans are equal and therefore deserve equal treatment. The Women's March Alliance, a non-profit organization, was created by the Women's March on New York City due to the public demand for continued information, education, and events that support human rights. This year, the Women's March Alliance hosted the 4th annual Women's March in Manhattan on Saturday, January 18th. The Women's March Alliance continues the tradition of marching for justice and equality. The kickoff point was Central Park West and 72nd Street, with the main stage area at Columbus Circle and ending at 43rd Street and 6th Avenue.
Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa.
You are watching ITV Gold and I'm your host Aditi Lamu with cameraman Rajabhati, and today on a very cold but very spirited day in New York City, we are here at the Columbus Circle by Central Park. Today is Women's March Alliance 2020 4th annual Women's March for this year. Right now behind me, thousands and thousands of men and women, lots and lots of women have come out to support for equal rights, equal justice, reproductive rights, gender equality, and so much more to truly advocate our voice. If you see right behind me, thousands of women are holding placards, to banners, to so much more just to empower themselves. Today we saw speakers, we saw some prevalent leaders, and we saw thousands and thousands of women. Right behind me is a whole huge rally that is here to support what women really truly mean. So stay tuned with us.
And I think today's about celebrating womanhood and woman power, but it's not a coincidence we're here for Elizabeth Warren. She's the best candidate for the damn job. That's why we're here.
As a woman, what matters to you this year, especially with elections being so prevalent, and for the fact that right now people are saying in the White House we don't have the most friendly, women-oriented, president?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a huge Warren supporter. I believe that she's got doable plans for all that's ailing this country right now. And, I work in education. Education is really important to me, but I'm also really interested in rooting out all the corruption that's going on all levels in this country. And I think she's got the experience and all the plans to do that.
Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, whoa, whoa.
Equality, big deal, right? Could you give your comments as a woman so more people hear why we all need to be treated and, affected equally?
Sure. I think this is a really important Women's March. Nothing has changed. We're still here. The other side of my sign actually says it's 2020. Why are we still doing this? I just think it's important that we all realize that we are equal. This isn't even just about women. It's being every single person should be equal. We need to be treated in a society as equal counterparts. And this is my husband, and I think this sign says it all. I'm angry every day about this. I'm happy to have the opportunity to actually be out here and speak our minds today.
How do you, how important do you think it is for fellow men, like for you, to really support your wife and for you to just actually care about these issues and advocate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not just here to support my wife. This is a situation that I want to support primarily because more men should be doing this. There's no reason that, for example, when thinking of better investments, women as better investments, that we shouldn't be out here advocating for it. It's important socially, financially, for all parts of the economy and society. So.
Stand before you to roar against systemic oppression. This country was founded on white supremacy and patriarchy. Black women, we have been oppressed for 400 years, and I roar against that.
How is it feeling now that you see such a huge, diversity here, and also you see so many women from all diverse backgrounds really truly come and empower each other? How are you feeling today in New York?
I am so excited about the intersectionality, because sometimes when we think of feminism, we only think of our white counterparts, but we can't be ignored. Asian women cannot be ignored. Black women cannot be ignored. And I'm excited that we're standing in unison today.
Shivana, a lot of the topic of conversation today is about equal justice, equal rights, women's empowerment, helping women from sexual and domestic violence, to the fact that we're really talking about reproductive rights, which is the biggest thing. What are some of your comments in that regards, and where Black Lives Matter stands in terms of really providing it for the women and being that resource as well?
Well, my position in Black Lives Matter, I'm moving towards legislation. I'm actually a candidate for United States Congress in the Bronx, New York 15, because I know that nothing happens for our communities unless we have legislation in place. Like, what people don't know about Black Lives Matter is they think we're only here for police brutality, but we stand on the front lines for women's reproductive rights. I spoke at the Stop the Bans rally, for the first immigration rally that happened in New York since the Trump administration. Black Lives Matter Grid in New York, we were there. So my goal is to go down to Congress and represent all people of color and who have been marginalized.
It's important for all women to stand beside Black women. Because if there's an attack against one of us, there's an attack against all of us. The hardships and the struggles of this nation affect us the most. Environmental justice affects women of color. Housing justice affects Black women and other women of color. Gender gap affects Black women of color.
When you are going to start campaigning for Congress, Bronx, New York, we're right here as well. Yes, of course. What are going to be some of your, key aspects of your agenda? And also, in terms of really reaching out to the immigrant community, Bronx is so ethnic. I actually started my journey as an immigrant in the Bronx 15 years ago. Yes, when I moved from India. What do you have to say about how are you feeling in terms of where the voice is going to go?
I feel like we need people like me who are Bronx natives, people like you, and we need to use our voice and push for legislation, because the Bronx is diverse, and the most diverse thing about my congressional district is it's the poorest congressional district in the nation. So we've been forgotten. In a rich city like New York, there are people still suffering, and it's being ignored. So that's what I'm going to do, is use my voice to amplify the voices of others.
I'm just going to tell you, welcome, congrats, and we're so happy you're here. As an organizer, Michelle Sampson, and as an organizer, it has been our mission to unite women of all colors and all personalities and all opinions together, because we're a solidified, solid sisterhood, and that's the only way we can do this and do it right. For women, ran by women, hear us rise and roar.
You had some incredible speakers this year. You had some people really advocate and come out. I had a great time speaking to some of them. What do you have to say about them and your entire team that put together an event that sees thousands and thousands and thousands of women on the streets of New York?
Wow, we put this event together in 5 weeks, okay, and it usually takes a year. Our speakers were handpicked and came out and said, we want to roar with you, and we could not say no. We had to say yes. Roar with us, and we just had such an amazing, miracle, epic time.
What are your hopes for women?
My hopes for women is that we create our own narrative. We set the bar. And we say, you know what, we want change, but we want it our way.
Follow ITV Gold's Facebook page. Write to us with details of events to events@itvgold.com. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch our shows at your convenience. It's time for a short break. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Welcome back. I'm Kala Shankar. This month, we have been talking a lot about the Citizenship Amendment Act of India. responses to the bill are quite contentious. While there are people who applaud the act, others oppose it. In fact, there have been several violent protests in India against the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Here now are some comments by Indian Americans on the Indian government's Citizenship Amendment Bill.
Millions of Hindus died during that process, and millions of people migrated to India at that time. Now these people have been living in India, some of them maybe even now in refugee camps, and some of them, most of them, they do not have any legal documents like passports, identification papers, like Aadhaar card, and their life has been miserable because they have no identities. And they have fled the religious persecution. Now there has been widespread opposition to this Amendment Act in India on the ground that why other communities like Muslims have not been included. Some of the other minority groups have not been included. Some of the people object why Muslims have not been included and other people have not been included. It is for obvious reasons, because original people who belong to India, or they were forced to leave their homelands at the time of partition. Now, normally a country would not permit, if they persecute its own people, then it is their internal matter for the respective governments. And for people to come to India, path of Indian citizenship is open to all the people belonging to all the religion if they follow the due process of law as prescribed in the Citizenship Act and in the Foreigners Act and under the Passport Act. So apparently we do not see why such a big opposition and hue and cry has taken place, why violence at such a large scale has taken place. And as a person, I would personally feel that no one has a right to destroy public properties. Without even having proper knowledge about the things, and it is, and any government, all the governments in the world, they have a right to manage their country in the best possible way, in the best interest of their citizenship. Courts are there, judicial systems are there, international community is there. If any government commits such excesses, they would always register their protest in a very peaceful manner, or they would communicate their disagreements to other countries. So, in my opinion, the Citizenship Amendment Act is absolutely right, and it should stand the test of judicial scrutiny under Article 14 of the Constitution.
Okay, so I'm not the expert about it, but what I heard, read, and seen on TV, videos, media, and through newspapers, I see it is pretty straight and simple act, which actually prevents and protects all the citizens and decides who will be the to-be citizens. So it is not a very big deal per me. I can see only couple of things which are contagious, which people think, but those are also very clear-cut articulated, where it talks about on the basis of religion, if somebody wants to join and come to India, they will have some rules to follow, and then which are very clearly articulated. I don't see that is again discriminating anyone. And as always, anybody wants to become Indian citizen, they're always welcome. Follow the rule, follow the procedure, and you will be an Indian citizen.
The new movie, Tanhaji, the Unsung Warrior, stars Ajay, Devgn, Kajol and Saif Ali Khan. This biographical period action film is set in the 17th century and is based on the life of Tanhaji Malusare, who was the military leader of Emperor Shivaji, the founder of the Marathi Empire. The movie is primarily about Tanhaji's attempts to recapture the Kondana fortress from the Mughals. Here now are the audience reviews of the movie Tanhaji, the Unsung Warrior. Take a look.
Movie is wonderful. I mean, the real history of India that we should all know. More such movies should come out so that we know that what happened against the invaders, the natives, what they did against the invaders.
लोग वसीयत में बहुत कुछ छोड़ जाते हैं। मैं तेरे लिए कर्ज छोड़कर जा रहा हूँ, इस मिट्टी की आजादी।
जिस तरह उत्तर हिंदुस्तान का पाया तख्त है दिल्ली, उसी तरह दक्खन हिंद का पाया तख्त होगा गोंधाना।
जब तक गोंधाना पर फिर से भगवा नहीं लहराता, हम जूते नहीं पहनेंगे।
गोंधाना जीतना इतना आसान नहीं है। एक ही शिलेदार है जो एक कामगिरी फतेह कर सकता है।
मुक्काम उमरठ। Now, Subedar Tanhaji Malusare.
Yeah, that's Tanhaji. Similar movies should come out on more movies like which should cover the kind of the way they expanded the Maratha Empire till Afghanistan.
ये तानाजी मूवी बहुत ही अच्छा है और पुराने जमाने के इतिहास की याद दिलाता है और बहुत बड़ा बढ़िया मूवी है।
We are just coming out of the movie. It's really very excellent historical movie. बहुत ही मज़ा आया। बहुत समय के बाद शिवाजी का सारा दर्शन हमें करने को मिला, उनकी सारी राजनीति जानने को मिली और जो पढ़ा था उसको हमने हमारी आंखों से देखने का मौका मिला।
Movie is really good, old historic movie. We enjoyed the movie.
बाबा, सब कह रहे हैं कि उदयवान के पास बहुत बड़ी सेना है, कैसे हराएंगे?
अब तू ही बता, कौरव और पांडवों में जीत किसकी हुई?
तेरी मिट्टी जज्बात से जुड़ी है और मेरी अकल पानी से। तू जान दे सकता है, मैं जान ले सकता हूं। मतलब तुम पागल हो?
हर मराठा पागल है, स्वराज का, शिवाजी राजे का, भगवे का।
जब शिवाजी राजे की तलवार चलती है तो औरतों का घूंघट और ब्राह्मणों का जनेऊ सलामत रहता है।
I'm talking about the Tanhaji movie. It's a very good movie and it's a big historical movie. It's a big success for Ajay Devgn. Thank you.
मेरा नाम रजनी त्रिवेदी है और अभी हम तानाजी मूवी देख के आ रहे हैं मेरी बेटी के साथ, क्योंकि इसको हम चाहते हैं कि अपनी इंडियन हिस्ट्री के बारे में पता चले। जो बच्चे यहाँ अमेरिका में बॉर्न हैं उन्हें हमारे भारत के बारे में पता होना चाहिए। तो मूवी बहुत ही अच्छी लगी। वायलेंस बहुत था अगर बच्चों को लेके देखा जाए तो, बट वो एक सच्चाई थी। जैसे हमारे मतलब पुराने लोगों ने मुग़लों के ख़िलाफ़ लड़ाई लड़ी, तो वो बच्चों को बताना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जो हमें आज़ादी मिली है उसकी शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई और बाद में जाके किन किन लोगों ने उस आज़ादी के लिए अपने मतलब प्राणों की आहुति दी। तो बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत ही इमोशनल टच मूवी में थे। अजय देवगन ऑसम थे और सैफ अली खान बहुत ज़्यादा ऑसम लगे हमें एज अ विलन के रोल में। तो कुल टोटल मिला के मूवी देखने लायक है। और अगर आप बच्चों को जो थोड़े से बड़े हों अपने इंडियन कल्चर के बारे में, अपने इंडियन हिस्ट्री के बारे में बताना चाहते हैं तो ज़रूर लेके आइए और इस मूवी को ज़रूर दिखाइए। धन्यवाद।
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा था।
मूवी में क्या अच्छा लगा?
मूवी में अच्छा लगा था जब तानाजी एंड उनके सन वो टुगेदर हुए थे।
दक्खन से खबर आई है, उदयभान और नागिन गोंधाने पे पहुंच चुके हैं।
तैयारी करा बनता, हम तान्या की कसम तोड़ने जा रहे हैं। हमला पहला बार लाख मुलाजिम।
जो भी गांव उसकी मदद करे जला दो।
कुत्ते की तरह जीने से बेहतर है शेर की तरह मरना।
जिस तरह मिट्टी के हर कण में पहाड़ होता है, हर बीज में एक जंगल, हर तलवार में एक सेना, उसी तरह हर एक मराठा में छुपा है लाख मराठा। आपके एक बेटे ने आपके लिए स्वराज खड़ा कर दिया, दूसरे को जूते पहनाने का मौका तो दे।
यशस्वी भव।
You are watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. This program airs every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. with a special weekly edition every Sunday at 11 a.m. It's time now for a short break. We'll return with more stories, so don't go anywhere. The Hello Panda Festival is the largest Chinese lantern festival in North America. This festival features over 120 lantern exhibits, live performances, modern art exhibits, cultural events, handicrafts, holiday market, and 60 food and drink vendors. Today is the last night of the Hello Panda Festival, which is going on at Citi Field in Queens Village tonight from 5 to 10 p.m. There is something for everyone to enjoy. Here's some glimpses of the Hello Panda Festival.
Aditi Lama with cameraman Raja Bhati, and today we are bringing you here at the Hello Panda Festival in New York City. It is located at the very popular Citi Field. This entire festival is commemorating and bringing through the spirit of the Chinese Lunar New Year and a beautiful place to celebrate the Asian American heritage here in New York City. So follow us as we bring you so much insights into what it took to make this amazing lantern festival, which has millions of lights, has everything brought to China, and truly puts together a great display for entire family and friends. So follow us here today. We are again here at the Hello Panda Festival, and I'm Aditi Lamba, joined by cameraman Raja Bhati. We're going to take you around this beautiful display, courtesy of ITV Gold. Thank you so much. About how much is taken for the team to put this together. I've been told all of these lanterns are brought here from China, and also there are millions of lights here. So what can you tell our viewers about this?
Yeah, exactly. It took us months to just pre-construct all these lanterns back in China, and then we ship it to the States. And it took us less than 3 weeks to set it up here at Citi Field. So it's the joint efforts of hundreds of people and, days and nights to put it all up and put it into action.
You know, Han, what I find so amazing about this festival is the fact that it's celebrating the Chinese Lunar New Year, and it's also one of the biggest display of holiday spirits this season in New York City. How important has it been for your team to sort of bring this, Asian festival here, really bring the community together? Talk to us about how important that awareness is for your team.
We have been putting up events like this as more like, it's not only a lantern festival, but it's more like a platform where we can bring, like you said, communities closer together. Yes. So it's all about, families, communities, everyone joining together as a whole group, and to culture exchange. Yes. And more to celebrate the holiday spirits, to give everyone a place to celebrate and to enjoy.
What could you tell them about what the Lunar New Year is, and how significant it's celebrated in all parts of Asia? I have friends right now in Singapore getting ready for this festival, family in China that's also getting ready for this. What could you tell our viewers about it?
Well, Lunar New Year to Asian countries is as important as Christmas, for the Western countries. Right. So for the Lunar Festival, or so-called the Spring Festival, it's been celebrated for 10 to 15 days. So actually during the New Year's time, people go and visit lantern festivals like this, and this is where festivals like Panda Festival come in place.
So as we keep on saying, this entire festival is to bring together family and kids. Right now, I'm so excited, Han. This is obviously something that I know all the kids get super excited about. This is the whole dinosaur area. The whole area is dedicated to children and young adults as well. Tell me a little bit about what's taken to make all of this, and also the lanterns and the lights. There are about millions of lights here for this entire festival. Tell our audience about exactly what we're seeing here, because even from the sky, you can see this entire beautiful festival.
Yes, there's around 10 million individual lights here. Yes, just to create this event, to lit everything up. And for this one, such as this one, this is called the Dinosaur Kingdom, and we've been creating many tunnels and all these lantern features for these animal-shaped lanterns. Yes. Yeah, we've been using a lot of lights and to create this special effect.
This is absolutely really amazing, everyone. Han, I think we are being followed right now. I can definitely tell the entire audience why we have so many lights. It's so beautiful. So tunnels are really important. The tunnels everywhere.
Yeah, we've been setting up a lot of tunnels because tunnels are a very good place to take your Instagram and social media photos.
Yes. So social media has been a huge aspect of this festival. Wouldn't you say that? Like lots of influencers have come here. People come and take wonderful photos here.
Yeah, social media is the thing nowadays, right? Yes. So there's actually 120 social media, spots to take your Instagram photos.
Oh wow! So 120 areas in this festival for all the Instagram fans to take their photos here.
Yes.
Find them on Instagram, on the social media. #HelloPanda Festival will be there. We're gonna take you to the mechanical dinosaur right now. Follow us. Come on. So. Okay, everyone, I'm really hoping none of these dinosaurs attack me or something, but this is really cool. Tell me about getting the dinosaurs and making it so interactive with this festival.
Mm-hmm. So the idea was to bring all these mechanical dinosaurs here to make it more vivid. And we're using lanterns to create a background such as those grasses and the volcanoes. Yeah. So to make a combination together two kinds of art forms into one display.
I'm guessing the kids really enjoy this part of it, wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, they love this place. And all the kids like dinosaurs, and this is also a place where they take photos and, try to put their hands in the mouth and to feel the tongue, to feel the skin. Very fun.
And with that, we come to the end of today's program. Thanks for joining us today. Keep writing about community events to us at events@itvgold.com. Do join us on ITV Gold's Facebook page and subscribe to ITV Gold's YouTube channel. I'm Kala Shankar. Until we meet again, have a pleasant week ahead. Namaste.